everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Thlologelo Promise Rampa. For those of you who are not new, you already know. It's fine. This is Relocate to Australia with Promise. It is a DIY relocation platform. So what I basically mean by that is that you don't need to relocate to Australia or anywhere else in the world with an agent. I could not afford an agent. That's why I relocated myself and my family. I did the whole process from A to Z to B to D myself. So I'm just trying to share with people that it is possible. You can actually do it yourself. Today, I'm going to be talking about very serious stuff, guys. After I uploaded my video last week about the money that you're going to be needing to relocate to Australia, I had a lot of people message me who were saying that they were nervous about this process because of the money that needs to go in. I totally understand where the concerns are coming from. I totally understand where the worries are coming from. And I totally understand where the fear is coming from. I had probably the same kind of fear. The thing is, I did not know. I knew, but then I didn't really know until it really happened that, oh my God, I actually spend so much money, or I'm actually going to need this money. So it was very stressful for us because we did not feel prepared. We did not feel financially prepared. We did not feel like we knew what we were really getting ourselves into. We knew we wanted to leave South Africa. That was no brainer. We knew it. But also the other thing, what I realized is because we were so desperate and we just wanted to get out like so quick, sometimes you don't even think things through and properly, and you don't plan properly, which can cause a lot of stress, and sometimes people might even be demotivated to not even continue with this process. If you've watched my other videos, and if you've not, my nails, I painted my nails blue. My colleague had this nail polish on her desk. It's like, oh, Promise's nail polish, and then I was like, oh, bring it here, and then I forgot that I'm gonna be recording and it's gonna be all blue. Anyway, it's fine. So yes, I feel like if we had gotten into this and I feel like if we had gotten into this knowing how much it was going to be and knowing how much it was going to take from us, I think we would have felt more prepared. And this is why I'm doing this platform and I'm having this channel, so that you guys don't do the same mistakes. To get you guys to be in a space where you would be able to say, I know what I'm getting myself into. I know that, okay, this process is going to take this long. And if it does not take this long, then there's something wrong. What am I supposed to do? You know, we're just on some, okay, let's do this and see how far it takes us. We did not even know. Like, I tell you, when we started this process, we didn't even know that we were going to come here. We knew because we did it, but there were just so many things that were making it so difficult, where we were like, hey, is this thing gonna even happen? In my previous videos, I said this process took us 2 years to complete. And I feel like if we had been ready and we had been prepared, it would have taken us a shorter time, because we would have known. I wish that I had seen such platforms on social media or on YouTube that had someone that walked through the process with me, because I feel like I would have felt better about it. It's nerve-wracking. It is life-changing. So you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing, even though I don't really know, but I can trust that I know. So after last week's episode, a lot of people were like, oh, Promise, I'm just so nervous because I don't know where I'm going to get this money. And I just said to them, look, we also didn't know where we were going to get the money. I was unemployed. It was only my husband who was working. And even in my previous videos, I've said this. You need to look at what is on your table. You need to know what you're being served on your table. Because if you're too focused on everything that's going on around you, this thing is not going to happen. And you're going to be so frustrated because you're stuck where you are. You know you want to leave, but you can't do anything to help yourself. So you're not helping yourself by not helping yourself. Even in the Bible, they say, me, I don't read the Bible, but this I know very well. God helps those who help themselves. Going into this process, you really need to be ready. You need to be ready in every aspect of your life. You need to be mentally ready. You need to be financially ready. Even if financially ready does not mean having that money right now in your account, but being able to pull the resources from wherever you can to be ready. You know, I remember when we bought our house here, right? We came to Australia in 2019, January, and we bought our first home here in May 2020. I remember when we went to the bank and we did not even have the money for the deposit that we needed to pay for our house. And they looked at us like, these ones, they're not serious. The house that you want, there's no way you're going to afford it. It's like, wait, we are not good. Just keep quiet. The money is coming. Because we knew that even though the money was not in the account, we knew where we were going to pull our resources to get the house. So Today, I'm going to be talking about how you can then prepare yourself financially, right? Where can you get the money? I don't know your situations. I'll only be making examples from my own situation and what I have done. And if it suits you or that's how it works for you, then good. If it doesn't, then you need to go find what works for you, because I can't then tell you, go do this. I'm just going to be showing you, this is how I did it. If you feel like, oh, this is the way that you can also do, then you can do it. But if you don't, you find your own way, it's okay. As long as you get to where you want to go, that's it. So how you can be financially ready? I explained this in the previous video. You can take out a loan, right? But I did say, be careful about taking out a loan in the initial process, because you're going to need the money in the long run. Right now, in the beginning, initially, look at your spending habits. As I've explained to you, in my household, we were two. It was me and my husband. He was the one that was working, I wasn't. We had 2 daughters. So yes, finances were very tight. But one thing that me and my husband have been very great at is how we've managed our money all these years. Even though when we were broke, we just knew, no, we won't be broke for the longest of time. It's okay. When I got to Australia, it was the first time I started working. So when I started working, because we had been so used to living on one person's salary, we told ourselves that's what we're going to try and continue doing. Even though obviously it's going to be difficult, because expenses this side are very different to expenses back in South Africa. But for as much as possible, we try to live on one person's salary. So think of a household where the man is the only person that's working in there. How do they manage? How do they do it? Then you do it. I sometimes look back and think maybe me not working at the time that I wish I was working was a blessing in disguise, because I was unemployed for 3 years, so I understand poverty. I understand how it feels like to not have money, and I know how it is like. That's why I don't want to go back there. So I do things that make sure that I don't go back to the place where I did not have money. So now when I start working, I'm like, yay. You cannot be just reckless with money just like that. No, it doesn't work like that. And I said this also in my previous video. You need to have a very comfortable and relaxed relationship with money. Money is not scared of you. You're not scared of money. Money is not excited to see you. You're not excited to see money. You're just okay with it. When it comes, you're like, oh, okay, it's here. When it goes, you're like, oh, okay, it's gone. You need to be so honest with yourself and so honest with your money. And you need to look at your spending habits. That's all. You just need to look at your spending habits. What are you doing to waste money? What can you do to save money? So what I do every Tuesday, I, without failure, without anything, if something comes up on that Tuesday where I am sick, or maybe there's like another commitment, I make sure that the following day, which is a Wednesday, I have to do this. You've got 7 days a week. Just dedicate one day to your money. Just one day. Imagine when you're applying on your CV, you're like, oh, great time management skill can lead themselves. You say that to your job, but you can't do that in your life. Really? So you are lying, you are lying. In the beginning, it was hard. In the beginning, it was so difficult. There were so many days where I wanted to give up and be like, no, me, I can't do this. This is so difficult. But because I'm this one person who's like, if I want something, I want it, and I will go get it, and I will get it. So it was hard. I just persevered and continued doing it. I would sometimes not even do it on a Tuesday. I'd do it like on a Friday. Sometimes I'd do it on a weekend, because I'm like, oh, this thing is just too much. But I figured what my problems were, because in the beginning, what I was doing it every month. So I would leave the inventory for the whole month, and then after, when it's month end, I'm like, oh, what was paid for, which is a lot of work. I spent a lot of hours on it. So what I decided, okay, so because I saw that was a problem, I was like, okay, I need to fix it. What can I do? Let me do it every fortnight, because we get paid every fortnight here in Australia. Sometimes some people get paid weekly. It depends on your job, but most people get paid every fortnight. So you're hardly ever broke. If you're broke, you got a problem. You got a problem. I decided to do every fortnight, but I still felt like, no, it's too much work. So now I told myself, Finance Tuesday, every Tuesday. That's a day that I've picked during the week. Tuesday, just 1 hour, 30 minutes. I listen to my music, I sing, I do whatever. And then I sit down. I have an app on my phone that allows me to see all the transactions and everything. I literally write everything. $1 ice cream. I write it down. Why did we buy ice cream here, not buy it here? And the thing is, I've organized my life in a way where I know, okay, we only have takeaway once a week in this house on a Friday. And that does not mean that we don't ever have takeaways, but we have limited ourselves to say takeaway day is Friday. You can have takeaway, but you just have to be very cognizant of the fact that you're eating out of budget. That's it. And you don't have to feel bad about eating out of budget. It's okay. Just don't splurge too much. That's all. I put in the income, so the salary that's going to be coming in. I put in all the expenses that are very important. Like, for example, whatever that we need to pay for our house, daycare, anything that is a very important expense, I put it in. You pay for every month. Very standard. You know what you pay for. School fees is standard. We don't pay school fees because education here is free for us. So if you're paying for school fees, you're like, okay, school fees, you pay for it. Okay, it's standard. Car is standard. House standard. Rent standard. Whatever that is a need and a necessity at that point in time, you put it on the top. It's your budget. That's how it's supposed to be every month. And then you look at what you're left with after your budget and everything is paid for. If you've got some money left, then you look at, okay, out of budget things. So your out of budget things is like, oh, your daughter's shoes are now broken. You need to go buy a pair of shoes for her. Okay, that's where the money comes from. Oh, now we need Christmas presents. Or you get the money from there. You know, those kind of things. I am fully aware of everything that comes in and everything that goes out. And it makes me feel like I'm more in control of my finances because I know what is happening. And even it makes it very easy then to then save, because I'm very strict on saving. Don't just have one bank account where all the money is going in and all the money is going out. It becomes very difficult for you to manage the traffic. Sometimes you don't need to get things right now. You don't need to get things right now. You can always wait. And sometimes you actually even enjoy. If you're this person who's always seeking instant gratification, where you need to get something now, you want something now and you need to get it now, you're not willing to wait. Woo. Life is going to be rough. Life is going to be rough. That's how you get scammed. That's how you get forex people promising you, hey, you'll be rich in 3 months, and you're like, nye, running with your money. You get scammed because your heart is too big. Relax. You just relax. If you can't afford it, if you cannot afford it cash, leave it alone. It can miss you. It is fine. There's going to be a new product next year. If that misses you again, it's fine. There's going to be another product the following year. If you see people traveling and they're going to Paris, don't worry, Paris is not going anywhere. Paris will always be Paris. In the next coming years, I don't know, unless somebody decides to bomb it. Even if they bomb it, it will still be Paris. It will just be a bombed Paris. So don't stress yourself about these things. Don't get yourself into debt trying to catch up with people. Because even when you get to Australia, when you come here and you now start getting paid in dollars and you're like, money, you're going to stress. Now you're going to even have more problems, because now the currency here is not child's play that you were dealing with in South Africa. Now this is big money. So if you cannot manage small money, when you come here to manage big money, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Now all of a sudden people are like, hey, you are depressed. You're not depressed. You've got bad money habits. Stop it. Sometimes it's not depression. You are broke. That's why you are too broke, and you're broke, and you are broke and broken. You can't even help yourself. It is okay to be broke. Just don't be broken. Because if you're broke and broken at the same time, it is a problem. Anything that is making you financially uncomfortable, take it out. Take it out. Anything that is unnecessary, take it out. You don't need it right now. Just learn to discipline yourself. Learn to discipline yourself. If you don't have that discipline in your life, nothing is ever going to go okay. And you're going to start blaming people and blaming things about where you are in your life. Sometimes it is your fault. You just need to look away. Now, what is it way? Now, in the decisions that you are making, that is keeping you where you are. You have to manage your finances. There's no one who's going to come into your life. No financial advisor is going to be like, oh, me, I care about your money. No ways. The only reason why they care about your money is because it is making them money. Why are you paying people to worry about your money? Worry about your own money. Worry about your own money. It's very important for you to look at your spending habits. What are you spending your money on? What are you doing with your money? If your friends are always going to be like, hey, Chomi, it's Friday, let's go out partying, and you know that when you've got this relocation dream that you need to fund, you don't go out, because that 100 rands that you spend that night is the 100 rands that could have been going to your postal fees. That 100 rand that you spend that Friday night, or the 300 rand bill where you went wherever to eat whatever. could have gone somewhere else, could have gone into your relocation dream. So the problem is not that you don't have money. The problem might just be that you are not spending your money in the right way. So you just need to figure out yourself. You have a sit down with yourself. You put all your cards here. One thing, this is just me personally, I don't like debt. I don't have any clothing accounts. I don't buy things I don't afford. I go into a shop. If I can't afford it, I walk out. I don't even go into shops that I know I cannot afford. I don't do window shopping. And this is the thing. We are very different. You might be somebody who likes that. It's okay. But you just need to be able to just sit yourself down and say, let me just be realistic. Can I afford this lifestyle that I want for myself? Or am I in too much of a hurry? I can't afford this lifestyle right now. What do I need to do to afford it? For people who are really nervous and scared about this, all I'm just saying to you is look at what you have on your table. Focus on it. Some people might not have parents who are going to be able to give them some money. Some people might not even have a job. Some people might not even be employed at this point in time. Some people might even be students at this point in time. You already know that you've got a dream. You need to then start working on it. Simple. You just work on it. Work on it. Life is not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. It is not going to happen. So you need to work for it. You get yourself into a space where you're like, okay, I understand that I need money for this process. And this is the first thing that I said when I started this recordings and all this YouTube nonsense. I said to you, you're going to need money, you're going to need time, and you're going to need yourself. So this is when time, you, and money comes into play. In everything that you're going to be doing throughout this process, you're going to need these three things. And with time, it is very important for you to make time. Make time. If you've made time to watch me, you can definitely make time to work on your finances. If you've made time to watch me, you can definitely make time to go onto the internet and research all these things. If you have time to watch me, then you have time then to make money. Just pull your resources. You are capable of doing it. So all I'm just going to say to you guys is that don't let money scare you. Don't let this big price scare you. And don't think it is the end of the world. You might fail your assessment. You might fail your English test. You might not even be granted the visa after paying so much money for it. But that's not the end of the world. Sometimes you have to be tested. And it will not be nice. It is not going to be nice. But the thing is about life. If you're going to be tested and you feel like you are failing in life or you have been failed, and that is it for you, and that's it, it's finished. Tomorrow you've got a new breath. Tomorrow is a new day. Go fail again and fail again and fail again. Fail until you get where you want to go. That's it. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you can do this. And it is only in you having those conversations with yourself to say that I can do this. If you want to relocate, and I'm telling you now, don't waste your time watching all these videos. If you're not going to be getting anything out of these videos, the next coming videos are just going to be a waste of your time, because I'm going to be talking about the steps in which you need to take in order to get your visa and all of that. If you are not in a space where you're saying, this is what I'm going to do and I am ready, I'm really ready to sacrifice everything and anything and everything for this. If you're not ready, don't waste your time. Do not waste your time and your data watching me yipping. Don't. Just do other things and watch other things. I am so serious. Do it, because it's going to be a waste of your time. But if you are a person that has told themselves that, you know what, this person has done it, I'm also going to do it. However this person did it, I will do it. I'm telling you, I was unemployed. We had 2 children. My husband was the only one working. But we came here. And you're going to find people that are going to discourage you. Because this is the thing. People will always want to drag you to where they are. Because that's what people do. They portray their own fears and their own inability to move where they are. And they've housed themselves where they are. Where it's like, yeah, I've limited myself. I've boxed myself. So come and join me in my box where there's no movement in this box. Don't allow people to drag you into their boxes of negativity. Do not allow people to drag you into their boxes of darkness. No, nothing. There's nothing happening there. And every time when you try to jump out, they're like, why are you jumping out? Jump out. Jump out of being poor. Jump out of having a poor mentality. Jump out of being someone who's not going anywhere in life. Jump out. And if you're going to be telling your friends and you're going to be telling family members, this is what I want to do and this is where I'm going, and they don't support you, it's okay. It is not their dream to support. It is yours. So you just need to make sure that you do what you need to do to get it done. So get out of the box. Get out of the box. If you are in a box and it is a very dark situation financially, open the box. You know the box has this. Just kick one so that you can see what's out there. One thing I will tell you guys, pray. Like, even if you're not praying to God, even if you're not praying to your ancestors, pray to yourself. Whatever in which you believe in, whatever, just pray. Because sometimes having that conversation with yourself is what you need for you to get out of situations. And that's what I learned for me, myself. I pray to 3 people, me, God, and my ancestors. We are all together. All the time when I pray, I invite myself, I invite them. I'm like, hello guys, hello promise, hello God, hello ancestors, how are you? Yes, this is the situation. This is what I want to do. What do you guys say? And they all tell me, all of them, they tell me it's a group meeting. And it has helped me to get to where I am right now. So if when I don't have this group meeting, just have a meeting with yourself. Group meeting with yourself where you sit your little people there. Yourself and yourself and yourself and yourself, and you're like, hey, Joe, but we are not happy where we are. And they're like, yeah, we are not happy. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? Oh, okay, we need to do something about it. And then you do it. It is as simple as that. And it is fine for you to be uncomfortable when you sit down with your finances to look at your spending habits. It is okay. Be uncomfortable. If you are not uncomfortable, then there's a problem. If initially you start this thing and you're not uncomfortable with your finances, you've got a problem. You need to be in a space where you're like, yo. Here is a state of emergency. It's a state of emergency. Money's coming in, money's going out. I don't know where it's going. I need to implement something to make sure that I put it together. Everything comes together. If you have a dream, something has to fund that dream. And if you're going to be expecting that something or someone or some miracle is going to be funding that dream, good luck with your life. Good luck with your life. If your table is empty or your table does not have the things that you need on it, rearrange your plates. Rearrange your plates. Get some out. If there's rotten food, away with it. If there's good food, put it there and be like, okay, how can I use this food to sustain me in the long run? You need to be too focused on who's buying Gucci, who's buying a car, who's graduating, who's moving here, who's dating who's doing whatever. You're wasting so much of your brain chemicals and brain chemistry worrying about things that don't advance you, don't save you, and don't pay you. Ayini, guys. We are all given 24 hours. Me, you, and the rest of the world. Everybody. There is no one who is robbed 24 hours. There are 24 hours. Whether you are in hospital sick, whether you are having whatever you are having, whether you are in a relationship, we are all given the same 24 hours. Your 24 hours end the minute you die. But for as long as there's breath going in and out, even if you are in a coma, you are still being given the 24 hours. So when are you right now watching me, not in a coma, fully fledged adult, very responsible for your life, you are wasting your 24 hours, whatever that you want in your life, you need to understand that you are fully responsible for getting it. Fully responsible. Even people that have won the lotto, they were responsible for winning that lotto. You know how? They played it. So for me, what I'm going to leave you with, do not panic. Do not panic. Do not allow your fear to stop you. Do not allow it. I remember when I started this YouTube channel, I was so scared. And me, when you look at me, like, promise, this one talks too much. How can she be scared? I was legit so scared because I was doubting myself. And I was like, why would you even do this? Are you crazy? I did so many takes. I was like, you know what? If I eat, I'm not going to do this. So let me continue being hungry like this. And my only motivation is that after this video, I'm going to have a meal. And that's how I did the video, Baba. Because I was hungry. There's so many opportunities out there. But you need to be ready. And you need to be prepared to take those opportunities and make them your own. To assign yourself and say, you see this one, the plane that's going to be leaving South Africa on this day, going wherever on this day, I'll be a passenger. Way before you can even afford the plane ticket. It is really up to you. You speak it, give it to the universe will provide. But the universe does not just provide to someone who speaks without actions. You need to be in action with your dreams. When your dreams are there, you need to work towards them. You don't just have dreams here, sit here, and you think they're gonna come to you. It does not work like that. Anyways, goodbye, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll be seeing you again next week. What I'm going to be talking about is step 1 of the relocation process, where everything begins, the skills assessment. So hope you are ready for that. Today it was just me trying to get you into a space where you are ready. You are ready to relocate financially, mentally, everything, Kali. Okay? Take care of yourself. Goodbye.